Welcome back. It's Rudy. And it's been a while since we did this, so thank you for joining us. Say hi, everybody.
Hey, how are you?
Hello.
Hey.
All at once, please. Okay.
Yes.
Moving right along. So this will bring us to episode 4 of Shadowrun Triptych, A Matter of Honor. This is our weekly Shadowrun game, which hasn't been so weekly recently. But moving right along, when we left everyone off, you had just visited the magistrate, what do you call that, running opposition. You met with him and attempted to deter him from running. But he seems to be the real white knight that he makes himself out to be.
And we also failed utterly at everything we attempted.
Yes, he was hard to convince. But you did, however, pull from his memory, or forced him to speak, I believe, with a spell.
Yes.
Compelled truth. That the secret to his campaign was his campaign manager.
Issa makes a suggestion.
If you were still looking to sabotage his plan, his campaign, I guess.
I came up with 3 different general options, depending on what Issa says here.
Well, Issa says to the group as they leave, we were lucky to get out of that situation. It was a little bit messier than I think any of us intended. He is indeed a determined force. But there is no nut that cannot be cracked. And we must dissuade him from running, or at the very least remove him as an option. His campaign manager, I think, should be our next visit, and perhaps we can be more influential with this person. Without them, I don't believe they can succeed.
Agreed. I think the campaign manager is the key here. So for right now, I suggest we get one of our hacker Decker friends to find out all the information we can on her, which should be fairly publicly available, as well as all of his upcoming campaign appearances, and more importantly, her home address. And then
because that worked well for us last time,
right?
Well, this time I think we should, actually come up with a plan first.
Well, I imagine this campaign manager isn't going to have the sort of security that a senator would,
Exactly.
or the stubborn wife,
right? She said, "Thank you, bye now." Leave.
So obviously, while we wait for information to come in on that, couple options ranging from simple to complicated. One, we just remove her one way or another, either temporarily or permanently.
Black bag. Okay, gotcha.
Question for Mr. Johnson here.
Mm-hmm.
How long is it until the actual election?
It's still a couple of weeks away.
So
it's like next week, maybe.
So we don't have a long time. This thing just coming up. So option 1 is we just remove the campaign manager one way or another. Option 2, a little more elegant, a little more complicated. We turn her one way or another. We either threats or bribes. We have his campaign manager denounce him. And hopefully thus ruining his campaign. She has the advantage of knowing him and being credible to the media and having all the media contacts. So whatever she says, they will at least listen to and broadcast. And one option on that is, okay, we have another objective of clearing this rival gang. The false information the campaign manager puts out is that while this guy is campaigning on being a white knight and everything else, really he's in the employ of this other gang we want to take out anyway. So he's not a white knight. He's just an agent of the gang, and you're all going to be suckers if you vote for him. So two birds, one stone approach, possibly. And the third option is we just eliminate him.
I think that the third option may not be off the table, but if we can prevent him from running and complete the first two, I think that would make a lot of sense. What does everyone else think?
Fortune just thinks that we used up all our luck last night, and we need to rest for a day or two. Otherwise, Fortune's not going to be very useful for the group.
How did the Johnson feel about Machi Bugio going just vanishing? Did he say specifically not to kill this guy?
I believe we were specifically told not to kill him, which is why my third option.
I was just going there and just
we just kidnap him,
kidnap his family. Done deal.
Make him go away. Very easy.
I don't think that would work.
I think the problem with murder or execution in this case is that it would sway the public opinion away from.
Oh yeah, nothing's worse than a martyr.
Yeah, it would fuel his forces, unless of course it were to appear to be a suicide, or maybe even a very public suicide if one were to convince him to take his own life.
Just puppet him to the edge of a building and have him jump off.
Or we grab him somewhere, petrify him, throw him in a van, throw him in a ship off the coast, and then we pose him in various pictures saying screw this and lounging on the beach somewhere else and completely ignoring the rest of the campaign. And after he loses the vote, then we could just let him go.
This is possible. If we're going to go that far, why not put him in some really compromising positions?
Well, we'll do that too. We'll get him some coke, dope him up on some things, a little control action spell. Boys, girls.
Just get everybody back at the Peach Pit. Just bring them all over.
Yeah.
I still think the focus just needs to be on the campaign manager.
Right.
I'm thinking she's the weak link and the easiest for us to get to right now. So,
right. At the very least, we need to start there and see what she knows.
Yeah, we grab her, and then we can easily keep her on ice for 2 weeks and just remove her from helping him. And then we can just let her go.
That would be the most noble of paths to take. Okay. Thank you for your good ideas. I am happy to trust you as my team. Let's see what we can do then. I do agree that most of us need to rest.
Yeah.
How long has it been since we got those orders?
A few hours, perhaps.
Okay. And when's the next campaign objective or the next public appearance that's scheduled?
That would take a search.
Sure. Okay, well, I'll take a look. and see if I can find any of that information.
And surely we have a gang Decker contact that we can call upon for a very simple search like this.
Let's see if Issa can do it.
Okay, I'm just running a basic computer search, and it looks like I only got one success.
You find an article about Machibugyo, and his, a woman in her 30s, is pictured in the photo with him, billed as Mito Miko.
Okay, Mito Miko. Well, it sounds like this must be the campaign manager. Can I search for her?
Sure.
And see if there's anything?
Yeah.
I'll run another search.
You can get a +2 because you're searching for something specific.
Thank you.
Would you like some help in this search? I believe I have some minor dice pool.
Sure.
See if I can assist in any way.
I got. Oh. So
2
and 2. Is that 2 extra dice to add to it?
It's all right.
Is that how that works, or?
Sure.
Okay.
I think him helping gives a simple +2 as a teamwork test.
Okay. Okay. So then, is that 4? Oh, +2 dice.
Yeah, you roll 2 more.
Okay,
Another
so
hit.
one more success. So that's 3 total.
She's easy enough to find. You find there's a bunch of these fluff pieces that come up. He must have done, and they're like hip, sort of like reads and stuff on the web, sort of stuff like that. Pulse of the City kind of stuff.
Like a blog.
Yeah, blogs and on a bit of a larger scale, but like he hit up every YouTube fucking studio in Tokyo.
Shout out to Machu Bugyo.
Exactly. And she's in she makes an appearance in almost every one of them. The thing, and they seem to have like a bit of interplay, Machibugyo and Miko. And she always talks about how she's like during the interviews he'll always sort of throw it to her as how she's the real secret to his success. And she'll always just talk about so whenever they ask her questions, she talks about she doesn't have time for a life. She's always in the campaign office.
Well,
She says it more than once.
This sounds like a good place to go look for her, this campaign office. I'm sure that's public information as well.
Yes, on the website for Machibugyo.
Great. Well, we can head over there, but we need to rest. And it's nighttime now, so if we go in the morning, it's likely that there will be others. I bet she's working late. Should we try?
Well, is there a campaign event tomorrow? Is my question.
The following Monday.
Following Monday.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And what day is it today?
Thursday.
Okay.
I say we rest until tomorrow night, if not longer.
Well, I don't know if we need longer, but if we have a good 8 hours rest, that's enough to generally get us back into a focused bio rhythm, right?
Issa, your phone starts ringing.
Okay.
It's Aramaki.
Aramaki-san?
I've just been given word that we have a meeting with the Shogun tomorrow. I need you to go to pick up the item from the shipyard.
Understood. What time is the meeting tomorrow?
Early morning. Or early-ish morning. You'll also have to visit a tailor's. I'll send you the address. You'll have to look the part.
Understood. Okay. We are still working on the Machibugyo situation, and have had some setbacks along the way.
Resolve it as quickly as possible.
Thank you.
I'll need you all to be ready for 6 a.m. at the tailor's.
Wonderful. Thank you.
He hangs up.
What drugs do we have access to that make us not need sleep?
Long haul, you can pick it up at the. You can pick up long haul at the nearest stuffer shack. It's not illegal, and it makes you not have to need to sleep for like a whole day.
Yeah, I think we might need to take some long haul here.
I'm Hararu.
Okay. Well, we need to be at the tailor's by 6, and we have a meeting early in the morning with the Shogun tomorrow. And we have this location of the shipping container, right?
Yes. Yeah, you know where that is.
Yeah. Okay, so we need to pick up this item first. Time is of the essence, so let's grab some long haul, and then we can perhaps sleep after the meeting with the Shogun, and then try the campaign manager tomorrow evening.
The campaign office is on the way to the shipyard. It's in between.
Let's take a look at the campaign office. Perhaps she's working late, and if she's working very late and alone, we might be able to pop in, grab her, and then put her on ice until we deal with this everything else.
An option that we would have is to just try and tell her that we have some dirt on the opposition, and tell her to bring her camera, and tell her to come along with us, or come along with me, and then take her to a remote place.
So lure her?
Yeah.
And, if that doesn't work, and we can just snatch her.
True. Okay. So I guess let's swing by there on the way to the shipping container.
You all go together. You're all riding bikes.
Yeah.
Okay. It's a quick jaunt across town. At this time of night, the streets are mostly empty. Can everybody make a perception test, please?
Oh, we're all so good at those. Any monofilament wire laying around?
2.
It's just a 1 for Isa. I'll be right back, guys. Just grabbing some more water.
Okay.
Nice.
Takeshita, as you're pulling up, you spot... Did you ever have... No, it's just a mental image. You spot someone coming out of the campaign office, crosses the street, and is going into an alleyway.
Let's hop. let's hop on over and follow that person. Using my cyber eyes, can I see if it's the girl we're looking for?
The person who crosses the street is actually a male.
Okay.
The office itself, the lights are lit inside.
So, like, people working on his campaign are presumably still inside.
That's right.
They may be going to smoke in the alley. Who knows? But yeah, let's. I want to try and go up to the alley and then sneakily follow that person.
Yeah, sure. Give me a sneaking. So Take slips away from the group.
Oh, there we go.
You are not so sneaky. I see.
As he's making his way down, he glances. You sort of like peek around the corner as you catch up to the edge, and he must sense it or something, because he glances over his shoulder, and you're pretty sure he spotted you.
All right. I'm not gonna follow him down the alley. I'm just gonna walk past like I'm going about my business.
Past the alley? Yeah, okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna walk down the street past the alley, and then I'm gonna turn invisible.
Probably should have started with that.
Roll it. Go for it. Yeah, so Takeshita goes out across the street by himself. What's everybody else doing?
Do we know about this guy?
Nobody else saw him or noticed him, really.
Was this communicated to us? Is my question.
No, it was not. Not that
Well, in
I,
that
not,
case-
not that I've heard.
Watched him leave.
Isa's going to walk up to the entrance and just see if it happens to be locked, or take a look. Can I do a perception to see if there's any cameras, that sort of thing?
Sure.
Just one success.
Okay.
Okay. What do you guys think? Do you see any obstacles here?
Inside, you can see that there are 3 people at a table. The woman from the articles stands in the middle of 2 university age kids, and they've got stuff splayed out. It looks like signs and hats, merch, and things like that. And she's talking sort of impassioned to these 2 kids, and they're looking on in awe. She seems to be quite the dynamo.
Do you want me to try and bluff this or not?
Sure.
All right. 3 success in visibility. Now I'm gonna go follow him down the alley.
Okay.
And do I add dice to my sneaking now, or just go roll the sneak?
You wouldn't add dice. He rolls against your...
Yeah, if I remember, invisibility makes it like -4 to his perception.
Okay.
Something like that.
No, he has to roll against... he has to roll a intuition logic against the force of the spell. And if he fails, then he's got to roll a perception to hear him, basically.
Right. It's force 3.
If he fails, he's invisible. You just can't see him. Yeah, I know. He fails.
All right. I'm gonna get close enough to check him out and see what he's doing, what he looks like. General info.
Okay, make a perception test with a +2. You're an elf, so the darkness doesn't bother you. The guy's a bit rough looking. In his 30s. You notice underneath his shirt is what look like gang tattoos on his neck and shoulder. He goes down to the end of the alleyway and comes out on the other side and gets on a bike. Puts on his helmet and drives off.
I'm just gonna let that one go, and then I'm gonna stay invisible, but make my way back toward the group.
Okay. Issa's at the door. Yusaku?
He's waiting by his bike for Takashi to come back and give him the news on what just happened.
Okay. And Warden, what are you doing?
I'm following Issa's lead. If she's going in, I'm going in with her, and I'm with the plan of basically just bluffing. And what I would do is sell that I have some information on
You can tell me at the
their
time.
opposition.
Issa, are you going in?
I'll go in if she sends me in, or if she goes in, I'll be her backup.
Yeah, I'm waiting for backup, but if you're coming in with me, we can go in together.
Okay.
Okay. You enter in through the door. It's unlocked as somebody's just used it. They don't hear you. You can hear her saying, and they're going to clean up the scum in this town. Finally, we'll be able to walk the streets at night. And the two university kids look really hopeful for a second, and then you two sort of crest the low set of stairs, and there's this,
like, oh yeah,
and there's this like cold awkwardness in the room, as if everybody recognizes like who you are, like what you represent, basically.
That's scum.
Yeah,
that's the scum right there.
Hi, scum here. Indeed, wouldn't it be helpful to have some inside information of said scum?
The two kids look sort of like nervous and stare at the table, and she comes around almost protectively around the table in front of it to in between you and them. You don't look like you're here to volunteer.
No, we're here to sell if you're buying.
I'm not sure. I don't.
Sell information.
Oh?
If you want information and if you want definitive proof that you can use over these last few weeks to put the final nail in this election, I have some potential information, but like everything else, the more powerful the information, the more valuable it is.
Give me a name.
I'll give you more than a name. You'll be able to take the pictures yourself, but it's of the opposition.
Okay. Where?
Would you like me to? Would you like me to roll a con?
Sure. Go ahead.
Sorry, I'm going to. I got 7.
She looks skeptical, and then sort of remembers the two kids in the room. And she says, we can talk, but I don't want to talk here. I'll text you a place. And she sends you a link for her phone.
Sounds good. But if you want pictures, you have 45 minutes to make a decision.
She nods.
And the decision's not cheap. Or the information's not cheap.
She sort of grimaces.
And then I leave.
Okay. Issa?
I exit as
Okay. You guys head back outside.
You know, as they leave the building, Yusaku points the laser microphone on his vehicle at the building to listen into what they're saying as the rest of the party comes out.
The woman comes back and goes, sort of stumbles for a bit and says, "Yeah, and that's exactly what I was talking about." Speak of the devil. One of the kids is like, "Well, what are you gonna do?" And the other one's like, the Mino's like, I don't know. I don't think it's safe. And you sort of get the sense that she crumbles up some paper and a ding. Like she throws something into the trash bin.
Yeah. So it doesn't seem, well, I guess to him it seems like she's a little nervous about this, but she's not going to back out or anything. There's no falsehoods to anything that she might have said. Not that he knows what she said beforehand, but he's obviously going to patch this sound to the rest of the group so they can hear.
Sure.
So it sounds like we might be getting ghosted.
Maybe.
Well, we know where to find her, and she's pretty easily accessible. So I think, why don't we head to the shipping container, pick up the item, which is essential, and get ready for our 6 o'clock meeting. We can always swing back to this location she's given us and check it out from afar.
And where did you go? And he'll ask the person that wandered off to the alleyway.
You still invisible?
Takashita?
No, I'm going to drop it once we're all...
I mean, I can't see him. Oh, there
Well,
he
I
is.
can see him. He's right there.
Now that we're going to get back on the bikes, yeah, I'll drop it.
Special effects.
His bike just starts driving itself off. You know?
Well, they
I
do that.
thought about that. That would be kind of funny. But we don't want to draw attention to ourselves.
They have autopilot now.
Oh, it's like an electric Tesla. I just paged my bike to come get me.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Grid guide. Good stuff.
All right. You guys make your way down to the shipyard. Ride down here is actually traffic's quite heavy, mostly trucks moving through here, a lot of them automated, and they seem to have no regard for people on motorcycles. You guys
everywhere.
You guys arrive at the gate and tell the gate guard to get in touch with Haji. After a couple of phone calls, Haji meets you guys. You're allowed in, and Haji meets you guys among some of the shipping containers. He's I guess he's a foreman, basically, but he's had to deal with you specifically and Aramaki for some time. You want that crate now? I got a whole shipment coming in from overseas.
This tiny little goblin man just trundles up to him, just stares up at him quietly through his mask, like, do it.
We'll
All
get
right.
it out of the way. You'll have space for that new shipment coming in.
I want double my fee then. You want me to do a rush? Normally I get, a couple of hours at least, a day.
Don't we know where it is? Can't we just go ourselves and get it?
I suppose. You know which pile they put it in. He knows exactly where it is.
Save you the trouble. I'm gonna tip him like an extra. Do we know what his fee is?
No, 500.
I'll tip him an extra 100.
Sure. He looks
Thank
at
you for your
it.
trouble.
He looks at it like he doesn't appreciate it, and then wanders off to go get it sorted out. You guys find yourself standing around in the early morning down by the water, listening to machines and shipping containers go by. Yeah, rats as big as cats.
Rats as big as cats.
My spirit is guarding us.
What do you guys do to
Okay.
pass the time?
We're gonna go get the thing.
Okay. After a while, a crate is pulled out, and you guys are presented with the device. Who's going in to get it?
Is it the device? Because if it's the device, I'm not going in there.
I mean,
The shipping container is placed down, and Haji sort of waves you guys over. You guys crack the locks on it.
Issa's going to look at it and inspect the device.
You step into the shipping container. Right off, there's a few other things in here, crates and stuff like that, but this thing's sort of sitting near the back. You can make a memory test if you want.
Okay. Two successes?
You're pretty sure it was closed the last time? Like when you put it in here?
Oh no.
But there it sits, with the two sort of, the top part of the capsule folded open, and a glass or some sort of clear material shroud over this non-glowing large jade orb.
Non-glowing? Like it's not glowing right now.
It's dim.
Hey, Warden, go touch it.
Are we able to close the container around it to protect it?
You approach the device, and as you get within about 3 feet of it, there's a soft green pulse.
Can I ask the guy who's at the shipping container to close it?
I don't want to. I just move them around, man. This is anyway. You guys, it's all yours. Let me know when you're done with it.
All right. Well, did we saw what it did when people touched it, right?
Yeah. Yes.
So we're not going to touch it. Don't touch it, guys. If we can't close it,
You can close it. You could close it.
without touching the orb.
Of course. The orb's inside, like a
Okay.
holder.
Okay, then I'll close the outside container, not touching the orb. Careful not to touch the orb.
Make a composure test.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Critical
Hi,
glitch.
guys.
Cool.
Oh,
You lean forward to close the the case.
This is how Issa dies.
Do either one
And
of
you
you guys'
see-
spirits have guard?
You see the faintest of lights in the orb but there's something weird about it. You find yourself looking deeper and deeper into the orb.
So
And
beautiful.
then the light gets very, like, slowly brighter and brighter. And as you're almost closing the case, you find yourself like just taken by it, enthralled by this orb. Something that you must possess. You get a sense that it is very powerful, that it is otherworldly.
Again, Issa, this again.
Issa goes into the crate, comes out, asks Haji to come and close it, goes back in, and then she's in there for a while.
At that point, I guess Yusaku's gonna, politely wait at least 5 minutes before going in. It's like, all right, this is taking too long.
You enter in, and you don't see her immediately
She fell in.
in the crate, in the shipping container. You move around a couple of the crates, and then you find her next to the device, which is sitting open. The outside capsule opens.
Yeah.
She's sitting, staring into the orb, but no one's home.
He leads in with his 2 fingers and says, we have no time for this.
He's
Yeah, here or there.
he's he's non-responsive.
Pulls up his comm link. He's just like, boop, boop, Takashita watching. And now, grab our glorious leader here. I'm going to try to close this thing. He seems to be under some sort of spell from the very obviously magical item.
Please make a composure test.
Actually, pretty good at these.
You get him outside, and lay Issa down.
And I assume that Issa's before is unwilling to let this thing go.
Actually, Issa seems completely Issa seems awake, and but is just completely unresponsive.
Issa might mutter something about a brother.
3 successes.
Yep.
You walk in sort of like cautiously about the thing, and just like snap it closed.
Yeah, he's definitely not stupid. He knows a magic thingamabob when he sees a magic thingamabob.
The handle turns. The handle turns on top and closes. There's this brief hiss as it seals.
I was like, does it make cool sci-fi noises?
It does. It definitely does. Yusaku comes out with the device. After a bit, Issa sort of takes a deep breath, and he sits up.
Are you okay, Issa?
Yeah, yes, thank you.
And Yusaku tosses the device inside the Valkyrie pod, just nestles it there and closes it. Just...
Okay. Yep. That solves that. So you sort of dust yourself off, but you have this lingering daydream of megalomania.
The power that should have been my birthright.
Mm-hmm.
Gotta get me some of that.
It should have been my birthright. It was never supposed to be my brother's. He was
Have a
weak.
brother? Question mark. Thought you had a sister.
Never mind. Yes, my sister was. It was tragic. Anyway, continue. Let's go.
With the device in hand, you guys go where?
Let's go. Well, we have to be at the tailor's by 6. What time is it now?
It's about 1, almost 2.
Well, where's the address that campaign manager wanted us to meet her?
She never texted.
Got it.
Well,
Well, we
that's
could
not
swing by there, throw her in the trunk.
So you know it'd be really funny. We give this device to Machimugia and see what happens.
The device of ultimate power?
It's like, huh, what? Ultimate power?
It's not a bad idea. I mean, not give it to him, but perhaps introduce him to it.
And then take it away from him.
Okay. Well, I don't know that we want to take it that far, but perhaps if we were to invite her to see the device, tell her she definitely needs to touch it.
Oh yeah.
To meet its power.
And then I'm almost positive she'd do anything for us to get another touch of that sweet, sweet glow.
Yes, she would.
Okay. Let's go find her.
You guys make your way back to the campaign office. It's about
I'm
an
not
hour.
sure if I like your grin.
It's about an hour.
You have a grin whenever things are about to.
You guys return. It's a couple hours later.
Poker face there.
Haji moved as fast as he could. The lights are still on. In fact, it's probably the only place where it's sort of like a low office block. And it's probably the only place that still has its lights on. Through the front window, you can see that she's still working. The 2 college kids are nowhere to be seen.
As we pull up, I would like to use my motion sensor to see if I see any movement other than her inside.
There doesn't seem to be.
Excellent.
Okay. Well, let's head back in.
All of you?
Suppose so. Shall I bring the ultimate object of absolute power?
Yeah.
So yeah, go ahead and can I just get a look at it real quick, just a little peek?
Definitely keep it in our eye line.
Yeah, I guess I'll reach into the Valkyrie, pull out the case.
Okay.
Head inside. So,
The front door is locked.
use the device that just touched the lock. Vaporized.
You open it?
No. God, no. I'm gonna let somebody else do that.
No.
Locked door. Did anybody take lockpicking?
Let me double check. I think I might. It's
I said,
possible.
I think you.
I do have it. Oh, no, no.
Does anybody have hardware?
No.
It's like I have a crowbar.
I mean, yeah. And the door has a glass window in it.
Or we could just summon a spirit
We could
to
knock.
manifest through the wall. And
Or hey,
the
we
door
could
on
just
the other
knock
side.
on the door. Like civilized people.
So we can see people inside, correct?
You can see her through the window quite clearly.
You
Miko.
could all, you
I could do a simple control actions to make her come over and open the door.
Okay, go for it.
That's could you not? That's a little over the top. It'd be more easier if we, control thoughts, influence, that kind of thing, to make her believe that she wants to open the door rather than Commander like a puppet, just stiff walk zombie over and open the door.
Yeah, I mean, I'm telling you what I can do. I can get a spirit. I can control actions.
We could just knock on the door and see if he opens.
I think knocking on the door is fine, but I don't think 5 people would make it likely that she would answer it that well.
I mean, I don't think she'd even answer it for you two, really.
Oh, I've got magic fingers. If I can see it, I can just open it.
Yep, that would work.
All right, let's do that.
It's got the magic touch.
That's more than enough. You effectively reach inside through the window and just turn the bolt lock. You guys walk in. She looks up from the table and sort of, you can tell that she's exhausted. She must be, maybe she probably didn't sleep last night. And the stuff on the table, the merch is all gone, and she's got all these like papers and folders out in front of her. She kind of tidies some of it up as you guys make your way up the stairs to the landing. Again, I said I would text you guys.
And you missed the prime example of a video. I thought you actually cared about this campaign.
Oh, she looks at her watch and like rubs her eyes behind her glasses. I wasn't watching the clock. I'm sorry. I guess I'll have to find my answers another way.
Well, I'm still interested in an opportunity for myself. There's another opportunity tomorrow night, but it will be the last one.
Yeah, sure. Tomorrow night. I'll text you.
Just like you texted me before.
Look, it's late. I don't know what you're offering, really, so if there isn't anything else.
So I say, what's the name of the person that we're trying to protect their campaign? I don't know off the top of my head.
Machibukyo?
No, that's the.
No, that's the name. It's Machibugyo.
Machibugyo is who she's working for.
Yeah.
Just one sec, I might have that. Not there.
Oda Chinatsu, was that him?
No, Oda Chinatsu was a student. I don't have the name of the current magistrate.
That's the note I have. It says Machibugyo, other magistrate, is what I wrote down.
Mm-hmm.
Shinzo is an assassin. He's for the Sumiyoshi Kai.
Yeah. Gai Koku.
Guy Goku?
Gai Koku.
I basically say.
I can't remember what his name was either. Yeah. So that's what it is.
Just some of the things, just hands-on proof what Guy Goku is involved in.
Her eyes go wide a little bit, and you see her suddenly tap one of the file folders on the table. She says that would help a lot. But if you can't give me something, like could I pay you to take the pictures?
You could, potentially, yes.
Because honestly, I'm swamped. I'm in the weeds here. So unless you've got 5 or 50 campaigners that can hand out flyers all through the weekend.
I could arrange that.
Yeah.
No, seriously, I could arrange that for a fee.
I don't think I don't think my friends would like it.
So you don't think your friends would like you doing what needs to be done?
She says, no, you don't understand.
I'll explain.
She pulls her hair back. Revealing a Sumiyoshi Kai tattoo on the back of it.
I don't know what that means. What does that mean?
That's
Sumiyoshi
the other,
Kai, yeah.
the other faction or the other gang that's trying to take out ours. They're trying to replace us.
Oh, so I think we just got weapons free to take this girl out.
Yeah.
No, my gang tattoos aren't around.
So we know that she works for the Sumiyoshi Kai. Does that mean that Guy Koku?
It appears that she grew up Sumiyoshi Kai.
So she's trying to leave her sordid past behind.
What does that tattoo have to do with you doing what you need to achieve success?
If they found out that I had betrayed them by dealing with you, they would kill me.
So if we leaked that you were dealing with this, fact or fiction, they'd probably come kill you anyways, right?
So he's going right where I'm going right now, and I'm going to cast an image of her agreeing to help us. Let me.
Like a Trid Phantasm.
Yes, but the other role was for Khan, which was with 10 successes.
I believe that Shinzo might want to know about your helping us. In fact, there's images of us speaking right now.
That's funny, you just missed him.
Takashino, you fuck.
Hey, I didn't know who he was.
You've never seen him though, have you?
No?
Actually, Yusaku has seen him through memories. He knows what the fucker looks like.
Yes, but didn't spot him crossing the street.
Yeah, he didn't see him. The one time, Takashino, that you don't go in guns blasting. The one time.
I mean, I don't always go in guns blasting, but when I do, I at least kill the target.
But when I do, I drink Dos Equis.
We're not sponsored by Dos Equis.
I wish I had one right here, right next to mine.
So I had 10 successes with my con. As I said, if you don't engage with us, they're going to find out anyway, one way or the other. You might as well get what you need out of it.
So tomorrow night then?
Tomorrow night, how much?
Aren't I buying this information from you?
Yes, the offer, how much are you willing to pay me?
Don't you normally set the price? Are you taking the photos for me?
I am, yes.
Oh, okay. So I don't have to meet you anywhere. Well, excellent. Just send me the photos when you get them. How much do you want for that?
10,000.
Okay. So I'll give you 2 now and the rest later.
4 now and the rest later.
Sure.
Issa's gonna take a picture of them exchanging the cred stick. Think of her giving.
She sends him an electronic fund transfer.
Perfect. So she'll
It doesn't
take
look like anything, really.
Except when I held up my hand. Thank you. Pleasure doing business with you.
Make sure that gang tattoo is like right at the picture.
She doesn't take your hand, but does bow and says, it will be once you send me those photos.
Okay.
Anyway, Issa gets a photo of that on her comm.
A video of that on your com.
A video of that, yeah.
Dread.
Okay, sure.
Okay.
You
Okay.
guys
Yeah.
leave?
He's like, do we need the thing? No.
We leave, but we leave the laser mic on to hear what she's saying after we go.
Don't we want to dissuade her from, like, get her to stop the guy from running?
I'd love it if Origin just walks us through this plan of his that seems to not be going anywhere.
Yeah.
It seems like Origins trying to get paid and not do the job is what it looks like over here.
Well, it started off with Origin trying to get her somewhere more vulnerable, but she seems to be in more vulnerable places anyway. But
you voted, you offered to take the pictures for her?
well, I was just trying to get some sort of video of her agreement with us, and following Isaku's kind of direction, and then that way there's video of her working with us, and then we can potentially use that against her. That was my thought. I was just trying to roll with the punches.
Okay.
That's what I think that's where you were going with this. I'm thinking for time duration. That's a plan that's not going to pay off until tomorrow night at the earliest. And then this video needs to get out, and there are many steps. Why don't we just petrify her, take her out now, put her on ice?
Cut small pieces off, you know.
Yeah, she's part of the rival gang, or at least was connected to them. She's fair game.
Well, it's really, I think the best thing to go about this to make him not run is to leave, and tell this senator that your campaign manager is Somiyoshi Kai. Even if she's not anymore, nobody's going to give a fuck about that because we made the implication she is.
Yeah, so
Well, her tattoo is also visible in the video, right? So
we can play this a little bit longer.
Tattoo is not visible in the video. She didn't leave it out.
But I suppose if my guys or anybody with Cyber Eyes, were your eyeballs recording like this whole time? But at any point, could you see this tattoo?
So while we're here, why don't we just grab her, put her on ice, and then we can get to this other long-term plan later.
Always go to the kidnapping. Always.
I'm just saying we're working on a time schedule now. We kind of completely messed up the first attempt, so.
Where would we put her?
We got zip cuffs. We have the safe house rooms. Petrify her, carry her out, throw in your thing, and
Then where would we put the big ass thingy?
Did you guys leave yet?
yeah.
Yeah, we did.
You did? You're not just discussing this in front of her?
No,
Right? Like gesturing at her with my hand, like we just petrified this bitch.
Yeah. Okay, you guys are out front. You don't use the device on her.
No, I guess not.
Right, okay.
I think
Sad noises from you suck.
I think we might want to, just for fun purposes.
well, yeah.
We could always do it later if we decide to, that this isn't working.
I'm kind of get the feeling that this isn't working right now, so why not?
All right, go for it.
Sit it out on the table. Hey, I got something for you, right? Go ahead and open it. Here it is.
It needs a passcode to open. One of you does. I think Issa knows it.
Do I have it? Okay.
Issa, go back in and pour the box.
Okay, I'll open it.
Yusaku sits it on the table and you pop it open. As the capsule opens and folds back, the orb is clearly visible. She stares into it.
Ain't like that.
What's this for anyway?
Just keep looking.
Whatever your imagination wants it to be.
Takashida's gonna sense this and see what happens.
Oh,
Not the
Oh,
object,
boy.
that sense her.
Well,
I mean, if
I don't know
if
how
you're
you're
looking in
gonna.
the same area.
Yeah, I don't know how you're not gonna do that. She's beside it. You see a spark in her eye, a green spark. She seems to be getting lost in the thing. Takashita, could you roll a composure test but at a -2, please?
I'm gonna die anyway.
Yusaku's smart. He's over here with like a fab sensor. Like, yep, that's magic.
It's almost as if there is a rift around the orb on the astral plane. It doesn't,
Oh!
kind of like it's dual natured. That's pretty good.
This orb has no effect on me.
You don't know what the threshold is. You do not feel its pull. However, she does. She leans in towards the thing. Starts running her hands on the glass outside as if she's trying to find how to get it, like how to get at the orb.
At that point, Yusaku leans over and closes the containment unit.
She sort of like snaps out of it as if you slapped her. Look, what do you want? Didn't we already discuss everything? I really have a lot to do.
Yes, but I very much like your word that you're going to be true to the agreement.
My word?
Hey, just don't fuck us, and then you get to see some more of this. Pat it.
Oh yes. What is that? She sort of looks at you as if she has not. She genuinely doesn't know what it is.
He tells her, "Hey, I'll tell you more about it the next time we meet."
You know that this is going to go straight to the other gang, right?
She looks in between. She looks between you guys, sort of furtively.
You should definitely touch the orb.
Where? What orb?
Yeah, the orb was closed.
Okay.
Are you opening it again?
Yeah, that's up to her.
Anyone standing nearby could have learned the code by now.
I'll open it if you want me to.
Dr. Sheeta's not stupid.
Well,
He may make bad choices, but he's not stupid.
You want me to do a composure test?
Are you
If she
opening
wants
it?
me to- If she tells me to,
Go for it.
Yeah,
Right back
make a composure test.
1 success.
What's Wargen's dream of power? Of power. If he could have anything, and without like worldly limitations.
I don't think I've thought that much about the character, but probably some sort of ultimate magical power, kind of like Jafar in Aladdin. I think that would be kind of that direction.
The orb promises you it, and more. You get flashes of otherworldly places, massive magical storms, and you seem to be at the center of all of it.
Of course I am.
She, let me just have a look here. She's leaning back in towards the orb. You all sort of step back as she fiddles with the glass covering on the thing, sort of slowly staring into it, and you can see what looks almost like a pulsing green light down inside of the orb. As she seems to get the glass thing open, the orb begins to float softly out of the container, the sort of shaped bowl that it's sitting in, and throbs with that green light. Everybody can make another composure test as she reaches out and places both of her hands on the bottom of the orb. There is a bright green flash.
3 for Issa.
Okay.
After me.
3 for Takashita.
Okay. Isaku. Isaku, did you roll? Oh, he's gone, I think. Alright. Everybody else seems to be unaffected. As she places her hands on the orb, there's this bright green flash. And it's almost as if she's being pulled bit by bit into the orb. Pieces sort of flecking off of her from all over her body, one at a time, being pulled into almost like a black hole of sorts. And as she's picked clean by this thing, she tries to scream, and then the pieces just go faster and faster and faster.
I'm just gonna let that happen.
What the fuck did I just miss?
Composure test, please. Yusaku. Till finally there's like a vortex is in the room, sort of throwing these papers around. And she is absorbed by the orb.
Let's close it. Put it back.
Close it.
Yusaku, did you roll composure?
Yes, 4 successes.
Okay, yeah, you're all good. The thing spins sort of in place before settling down into the bowl that it sits. And Origin, you reach over and sort of snap the thing shut. The glass closes around it, and you guys close the metal outside container.
Well, that solves one problem.
Well,
Some of the papers that have been thrown around are a folder on what did I say his name was? On the current magistrate.
Okay, we'll take a look at that one.
Kaku.
Gaikoku, yeah.
Gaikoku.
Yeah. Okay. The only thing left of her is her high heel pumps.
Well, when we look at the thing, what does it say?
Oh, it's a bunch of incriminating photos, a transcript of a couple of phone calls. It looks like she's been amassing a case on the guy.
Let's burn this, or put it aside anyway.
I agree.
Yep.
Take it with us.
You collected. Where do you all go? For some rest?
Don't we need to meet a tailor like any second now?
Yeah, in a couple of hours, yeah.
Yeah, let's go close to the tailor shop. And is there somewhere we can rest for a quick nap?
I
Nearby?
mean, you guys could hit up a coffin hotel, I suppose.
Sure.
Also, we'll double check any camera footage and erase it here.
You didn't see any cameras on this building.
Okay, that's fine.
Is there anything that looks like cameras inside the campaign office?
No. I mean, there is a camera, like, for doing, like, a PSA or something like that. Like in the far end, like on a tripod.
But it wasn't on. We'll verify.
It wasn't.
Okay. Let's wipe down any fingerprints just in case, but
Yeah. Oh man, no. Never mind. I was gonna say let's wipe the astral space, but I really don't want to try perceiving right now.
You know, I want to take a look and see what it looks like on the astral after that.
Oh Lord.
I may die.
There is an after image.
How horrible is it?
It makes you feel, if you were in your body, you would feel sick to your stomach.
Alrighty.
You guys make your way downtown towards the tailors. You find a coffin motel, sort of like a hostel. Serve food, or at least vending machines. It's a coffin motel with vending machines.
Yeah.
And you guys can go and get a couple of hours of sleep. It's not enough to get your edge back, but it's enough to maybe take some of the edge off.
Long enough for everybody to heal, I assume, from the very stun.
Yeah, it would kill. It would kill any stun. You could also roll for. You could also roll for physical, I suppose, if you guys want to make those rolls.
cool. Yeah, please.
What are we rolling?
Do you have any stun damage or physical damage?
Nope.
I had 5 stun, so that'll be taken
So
care of.
it'd be body plus willpower.
I have 4 physical as well. Okay, so body plus willpower.
Yeah.
Or
For each hour, you can make a
5,
roll.
9. How many hours can we get? 2?
Yeah, I'd say it's 2.
Okay. So
Yeah, good.
Yep. So that's all the stun. You can
my-
roll body times 2.
first one I get 3.
That's body times 2.
No, it's body plus willpower.
You already did it twice, didn't you?
No, that was me. I was
No.
Getting rid of my stun.
Oh, I see. Okay.
That's for my stun. So 2, 3, 4. So that takes care. Oh, 3, 4, 5. So yeah, that takes care of the stun, right?
Yeah, 5 boxes of stun.
Perfect.
And then
That's-
body times 2 for.
Yeah.
Although really it's like a whole day for physical stuff, but
You're on a time crunch here. Come on.
Okay, so is my stun gone? And I'll. Let's see. This is my body times 2. And I roll that once per hour?
Just the one time.
Just the once? Okay, so I got rid of 2 physical, right?
Probably just one based on the time. You really need to rest a whole day for that.
Okay, so 1 physical, so maybe some of my bruises kind of don't hurt as much.
You sew up some of the lacerations or set
That's
some of the broken bones, kind of thing.
Yeah, fine.
Does nobody have a med kit or anything? I don't think so.
I have a rating 4.
It's been longer than an hour, so you couldn't do first aid. You could do medicine, but like I said, it's like 8 hours. It's a full day.
But I have a heal spell. I can heal you up with your physical damage.
That would work.
Yeah.
Let me go ahead. What's your physical?
It's another 3, I believe. Let me double check one.
Well, it'd be
second.
4 if you were casting it before you rested.
Oh, yeah. 4 before I rested.
All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and force 4 of that and see what happens here.
Okay.
Just make sure.
Thank you.
Yeah, there's
Oh,
there's
you still
3
got
of them
one.
gone.
Oh, awesome. And then an hour of rest, so I'm back in shape for taking on the meeting. All right. Thank you. All right, I feel refreshed.
Don't mind that while he's healing you. He's speaking in evil tongues, and his hands glow black. And it's all right. At the end of it, he's like, "The pact has been sealed." He's like, "Don't worry about it."
It's just words. It's nothing but words.
Issa feels nothing about it.
You guys get something
Says
to
it's not
eat,
religious.
and you get some rest.
Okay.
Morning comes too soon, or whatever time to sleep you get comes too soon. And you guys make your way to the tailor shop. Aramaki is very big on punctuality, and you just don't want to hear another one of his long lectures about responsibility and honor.
It's like, oh, this is good.
It
Let's
wasn't
go
our
back
fault.
to this, actually. You guys arrive. You actually beat him there. He seems pleased, but he's distracted as he gets out of the limousine. He says, I'll have someone... Oh, the device, yes. Put it in the car. I'll have someone come to collect your bikes. But come, this tailor's very old and he works very fast, but we're wasting his time. Which is something Aramaki always says about a true master. You guys sort of file into the tailor shop. You're offered tea by a little old woman. And after a bit of time that you've had to drink your tea, an old man comes out and then sort of wordlessly motions to a raised dais of mirrors and so on. Aramaki steps forward and the man makes some quick measurements and nods and then motions to the next one. You guys go through sort of quick, ruthless measurements. He just does it very fast and without sort of care to your comfort or so on. When he measures Issa, he sort of looks up during one of the measurements and catches your eye, and you see him scratch something out and adjust a measurement.
I've had some surgery due to an accident you may have heard. So my previous measurements may not be exact.
He
Thank you.
sort of motions to the next person. Once you're all measured, fine silks are brought out, and you guys are sort of fitted into these white silk kimonos. Each of you is presented from Aramaki with a sword in a plain bamboo case. Everything looks very ceremonial.
I bow deeply.
You can see the clan's insignia embossed on the sheath. You guys are tied into your obies by the little old man and his wife. And after a bit of time, you look the part. Aramaki looks over all of you sort of proudly, thanks the old man and hands him a cred stick, and sort of motions for everybody to file out.
Are swords still in the boxes, or have we tied them on?
You would have put them on while finishing dressing.
Okay.
The garb that you're wearing is, like I said, very traditional, right down to the wooden sandals that you're all wearing. Once inside the limo, the car begins to drive, and Aramaki, you can see, is distracted by the device. He looks to it every so often, and he says, sort of addressing all of you, Today we do a great thing, a grand thing. We offer the Shogun this gift in tribute, as a matter of honor. While he may have been away, while we were all building the organization to what it is, his father, before his death, assured me that the training from afar would bring new life to the organization. And I feel he must have been right. I hope you are all on your best behavior today. I hope that none of you will dishonor me or the clan. He sort of looks sternly around the car.
Issa bows deeply.
Takashita does whatever is appropriate.
I'll follow suit.
Bowing.
After that, he sort of turns his attention back to the device. He's fiddling somewhat. Not playing with it, but like, it seems concerned with it. Stares at it for a long time.
Drumming his fingers on it, maybe just.
Finally, you guys arrive at a large palatial estate, done in sort of a neo-traditionalist style, right down to the garden out front. You all file out and find yourself standing in front of a small river. There's a little, not a dock, but like, this little rock garden leads out, and a stone bridge crosses to the threshold of that main house. You feel as though you've stepped back. I guess the rock garden's on the right. You feel as though you've stepped back in time almost. An attendant makes his way out to greet you. Oh, you are early, Aramaki-san. He bows very low. That is good. The Shogun is quite busy. Would you all follow me? If you please.
Isa follows at a respectful distance and following the protocols that they've been trained in.
Aramaki leads, and then you guys follow in order of rank. You're led into the house, where you take off your shoes and so on, and then you're brought into a side room where you all take up positions around a large tatami mat that is raised. Anybody who's magically active, as you enter into the dojo, you probably want to turn off anything that's currently running.
So is this like what is it?
It's a
This
ward.
is a warded. Okay, I was thinking Magic Lodge, but it might be that too. Who knows?
Yeah, I don't have anything active.
Yeah, you see Yusaku reach into the jacket of his motorcycle, jacket, and he pulls out like what looks like an Aztec death whistle. You know, the little thing shaped like a skull.
Yes.
That makes a scream. And
Yeah.
you see him run his thumb over it, puts it back in his pocket. Then he pulls out like a necklace made of human baby teeth. He runs his thumb over it, then puts it back in his pocket.
You guys make your way and sit, or kneel, I suppose, next to this tatami mat for some time. A frog, somewhere high up in the room, in the rafters or something, chirps, and it begins to pour rain outside. The thrumming and the chirping it's almost hypnotic. Oh, I almost forgot something. There it is. The device sits closed on the dais, waiting. After a while, a side door opens, and in walks two attendants. Oops, I'm on a layer. And Nishikawa. He comes in last. They sort of clean the space for him, and he sits up on the dais on sort of a raised thing and sits down. Aramaki bows low, and you see him sort of glance at the rest of you.
We do the same.
Everybody roll etiquette.
Ooh, I'm gonna use that edge to reroll. This is important.
Ooh,
Oh, we didn't get any edge back, did we?
Nope.
No, never mind. Not using edge to reroll. I apparently fuck it up.
I got 0. Like, yeah, you expect the dwarf that doesn't care much for any kid anyways. He's on his knees, he's
I
staring.
got a
at it,
success.
and that's the best he gets.
Isa slips up the etiquette by giving you a look, and accidentally gives a look that's considered to be rude. And yeah, loves it just as badly.
Takashita makes motions to the rest of you. Do what I'm doing.
Do it. Oh no. Wow. Holy shit. Holy that shouldn't be even possible.
Hang on. He's gonna reroll misses.
Because like with that many dice, not even getting a 1 is insane. Yeah.
1, 2, 3. Yeah, that's better than nothing.
That was funny.
If he notices Ishikawa's grimace glowers, Aramaki brings the thing forward and lays it at his feet and says, Ishikawa-san, Oyabun, we offer you this gift. And he puts in the code and opens up the thing. The orb sits dormant, although almost immediately Ishikawa's eyes fall upon the orb, and you can see just the faintest of a green glint. He looks at it for a long time before saying, Aramaki, I have heard of this artifact. I'm very pleased that you have brought this to me. Are you aware of its true significance? It is one of the dragon orbs, an item of great power. You do me a great honor, you and all of your men. There is but one more honor that I would ask of you. It is my understanding that this artifact becomes more powerful as it consumes life. Much like the Shogun of old, I ask that you give your life for me.
We just fed that thing.
Do you say that to the Shogun?
Do you speak? Takashita?
So, Shogun, we have already fed it alive to this day.
He doesn't even deign you a look and says, Aramaki, who is this dog that speaks to me? Aramaki says, my apologies, my lord. I, of course, would do you this honor. He sits up, the blade sort of sits up on his knees and undoes part of his kimono and draws the blade bare and lays it on the floor in front of him. And he looks around the room at the rest of you. It is a matter of honor, of loyalty.
Issa bows to him in respect.
Do you do anything else?
No, she's not stopping him.
He lifts the blade and as he draws the blade to his belly, Ishikawa stands and moves over to him and draws his own sword. Aramaki bows his head. There's a bright red flash of blood as he splits himself open, and then a second one as Ishikawa gives him an honorable death. As the blood flows into the tatami mat, the orb flashes green, and the blood, which is starting to make a pool around Aramaki's headless corpse, begins to move towards the orb. Ishikawa looks around the room.
Shaku doesn't move an inch. His fists are on his thighs. His legs are beneath him in the traditional style, and he's staring passively at the whole thing. He doesn't bow in respect to his sacrifice. None of that. He just stares.
The green light reflected in Ishikawa's eyes as he glances around. Who is next?
Yeah.
What's that?
Takashita looks at Issa.
Yeah, I guess it's me next. All right. Yeah, so he'll go up to the mat and kneel.
He turns and flicks the edge of his blade, clearing Aramaki's blood from it. He waits for you to draw your blade out.
I draw my blade. Is it a problem that I don't have guts? It's all metal.
You have a cyber torso?
I believe so. I'm gonna double check, but I'm pretty sure.
You do.
That's all been replaced.
If you do have a torso, your guts are actually in a box in that torso. So you could effectively stab them all at once.
Cool. Okay, let me double check the torso situation. Okay, well for oh, there we go, enhancements. Okay, it might not be the full torso. I think it's just the bottom half. So maybe they've got guts still.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So I'll draw my blade
And then
and slice myself.
he waits a moment, letting you feel the pain before he takes your head.
Nice guy.
Her blood begins to flow towards the orb as well. The glow is getting brighter, and the orb is floating freely from the case now. Ishikawa flips the blade past all of you, those of you remaining, sort of spraying the blood against the wall and sort of spattering each of you with it, and then looks around as if waiting for who is next.
Who's next in the social hierarchy?
You three are all equals.
Technically, Yusaku less so because he's a SAP fucking dwarf. Like, Yusaku's lucky he's not living on Yomi Island right now.
Who's human? Who's human? Origin?
No, Origin is Dryad.
Takashita's human.
Oh, I thought you were an elf for some reason. I got him
A
backwards.
Dryad is an elf.
Then technically the human would be next, hierarchy-wise.
Yeah, I'm gonna pass that on to Warjin.
How is this actually taking place?
He's like, no, after you, good sir.
Is that what he's saying? I'm just curious.
Yeah, what? Yeah, what do you just look at Warden and nod at the guy?
Exactly.
He bows his head like, no, after you. I insist.
Mentally, I am preparing to command my air spirit.
Well, Origin right now thinks, but no matter what, he thinks to himself that he's not getting out of here one way or the other. So if this is a matter of honor, he'll just follow in the same footsteps.
You kneel before your Oyabun. He waits for you to pierce yourself before he takes your head. the blood.
If you happen to look towards Yusaku, you can see it's very apparent that he's not going to do this.
The blood from Warjin begins to flow almost through the air. It doesn't even hit the ground almost before it's being drawn into the orb. He turns. Turns to Takashita.
Okay. Well, I think
It appears almost as if the Oyabun is limbed in green.
I think me and
Right,
Saku are definitely not getting on this ride. So I'm going to stand.
Roll initiative.
Yes.
Okay.
Well, I'm gonna fake like I'm getting ready to do this, and throw down immediately to hopefully get the edge.
30. 35. This guy.
Roll initiative.
Yeah, I'm doing that.
This is actually 41, unless he actually has a wound penalty.
Oh, he doesn't have a wound penalty. I wonder why that's there.
I can spend an edge to seize initiative for this round, correct?
That's true. Yes.
Go first.
That will be your only action, but you will definitely go first.
Did you not have your boosted reflexes going?
No, because we were heading into here in the ward. I didn't.
Yeah, but I assumed you never stopped sustaining it because you never lost consciousness.
But
Oh.
he would have, but it would have interfered with the ward and been potentially
No,
destroyed.
what he asked for was to lower any focuses you had. He said nothing about sustained spells.
It would be the same thing.
Yeah, that also would have been affected by the ward.
Yeah, it was sustained with a focus.
The focus would have been same thing.
Yeah, Yusaku never turned off his shit. Like, if that's the problem, he would have stayed outside. This would have been a totally different thing. But he turned off his focuses. That was the only thing he did.
Anything else you would have sustaining would have had to. You'd have to roll against the.
Yeah, unless
The
I snuck
ward.
by the ward, yeah.
Yeah.
I'll do that because he's not going to stop sustaining that.
Okay. Is this opposed?
I think it is by whatever the rating times 2 of the ward is. And I don't remember what I wrote. I have to look back real quick.
You got to roll your magic plus. I want to say it's like
I think
magic
it's-
plus spell casting or something like that.
That was magic and intuition.
Yeah. That sounds right.
Oh, so close. Yeah, the ward bullies my sustained out. So let me reroll.
Cool. But you're spending an initiative to go. An edge to go first. Yeah, you have edge left, Takashita.
Yes, that's what I'm doing. I'm spinning.
Then it's your turn.
The one perk of being a human.
Yep. So, I am acting like I'm getting up, drawing my sword, and I don't know if I can do both of these. But I'm going to attack the Oyabun with the sword, and tell my air spirit by my bound spirit to attack.
Do you
as
have?
well.
I don't want to room longer yet, but do you have quick draw or anything like that?
No.
All right,
Is
I'll
your-
let you.
is
I'll let you
your-
make an attack. I'll let you make an attack.
It's already
Yes.
drawn. It's in his hand.
It wouldn't have been. Oh,
Well,
you
he's
said when he
gonna
stood up to do
stab-
the thing? Yeah,
He's
sure.
gonna stab himself.
Yeah, make the attack.
And do I get any modifiers for surprise?
No, it's almost as if he intuited it. He's
Hey.
glowing in this green light. Wow, that's pretty good. You hit him.
Nice.
What's your strength?
My strength is a 4.
So 7p. He does have armor.
What's the AP on a katana?
-3. Wow. Okay. Yeah, you slash him pretty good. For 5, he is definitely feeling it. You get your slash off. Now it's his turn. Okay. Well, he's going to attack you.
Is anyone shocked by this?
What, that I'm not going to kill myself?
Reaction intuition, please.
Oh, hey, that's new. There's a little button for down at the bottom for dodging.
Oh, yeah, I've never seen that before either. By 6, you're resisting 16p -3 AP.
Okay, is this the
Soak.
Soak?
Yeah, so
Yep.
body.
Body plus armor.
Did we get to keep our jackets?
No, you'd just be wearing the kimono, which is a fine silk.
So can I burn an edge to make that an automatic success? I dodged it.
I was waiting for that to come up.
Interesting. You could reroll misses. Would that help you at all? You already rolled the dodge damage, and then you rolled the 2 on the absorb. You could.
Yeah, if you had said something before you
Yeah.
made that roll, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
You could reroll
Alright.
misses at this point.
So am I gonna live through this strike?
Like even if you got all 5 hits, probably not. No.
What's your overflow? What's your body?
Let me see. I've got physical health of 11, overflow of 16. Is what it's showing in the sheet.
Okay, so you get slashed across your middle, and fall back, bleeding out.
How much physical is that?
14.
Okay.
I think that was on 41. On 31, he turns around and stalks across the room. He calls you Bakemono as he steps across the threshold. The green light is expanding, and the blood from the ground is beginning to spin around the orb itself. I never understood why Aramaki took pity on such creatures, he says, as he brings the katana down.
I'll burn one of my edges for the automatic success. Just not even gonna roll that. Success plus 3.
Okay. Doesn't that just buy you 4 successes?
It buys me a success with a +3.
What do you mean? Like you?
It makes you, yeah, you automatically
succeed?
succeed +3.
All right, that was 31. Let's do it again.
And again, he'll burn his last one to do the same.
Okay. I'm gonna roll it
And
anyway.
Yeah, but then we get to the crux of the matter.
Well, how many edge do you have left?
I only had the 2.
If you burn both, then you're dead.
You can have 0 edge.
No,
Yeah, you can have 0.
No, you
Yeah.
can't.
There's no.
No, you
anything.
can't. No, you can't have 0 edge.
I would love for you to find me that because I've never heard of that before.
All right. 21. You're on 14.
And honestly, what Yusaku's gonna do is he's gonna make for the fucking orb. He's gonna try to seize that power for himself.
Make a composure test.
I mean, at this point, like, oh, I guess to like just avoid standing there like a dumbass. 1 success.
You leap. you leap past Ishikawa, who's slashing in your direction futilely somehow.
I'm small.
And you scramble up to the glowing orb and grab a hold of it. Everything comes apart. Your grip on this reality, the room, the Ishikawa's maniacal laughing, just like grating laughing, and you feel your reality just become like disappear. It starts to dissipate into nothing, and different lines going off in different directions. You, for a moment, see yourself as king of the world, motorcycle race god, and then you become a part of something else.
I become one with the infinite. All right, good stuff.
The following weeks are tumultuous. Information is found about connections between Machibugyo and a known Yakuza gang. His campaign suddenly derails over the next following week. Organized crime goes up in the city, and an all-out gang war happens.
Nice.
But that's a tale for another time. I think this draws a matter of honor to a close. When we come back, I guess we're going to try for, maybe not next week, but maybe 2 weeks. Just give everybody a chance to finish their characters.
Mine's been ready for so long. I can't wait for everybody to see Zark.
Yusaku has made my character, so I think I'm ready to go.
Okay. Well, maybe we'll try for next week. This next week brings us back to a time before like early or like January, February of 2081. Back before any of our story even began. But we'll get to that next time. I want to thank everybody who joined us, for joining us. I want to thank you guys for playing and playing along with my madness. I hope that the third installment is fun for everybody. We're going to be playing Prime Runner characters in this next one, so expect massive die rolls. A literal cubic foot of dice.
It's going to be insane.
Electronic dice. Okay. Thanks, guys. Everybody say goodbye.
Thanks. Bye.
Bye.
Good night, everybody.